welcome back to the channel. So if y'all are new here, welcome. I'm Chelsey, and on this channel I thrift, secondhand style, and take you behind the scenes of a vintage reseller. And if you have been here before, thanks for watching. And as y'all know, I am going to Alaska and I am leaving in exactly 1 week from today. It is crazy. It is getting here so fast. I have a lot to do. I've got some errands to run in town today. So we are going to Coeur d'Alene today, and I'm going to go to a couple of the stores I haven't made it to in the last week or two. I've been kind of doing my Coeur d'Alene circuit recently, and so I've got a couple more stores I want to finish up. So that's what we're doing today. And I'm going to take y'all along. So let's hit the road. Okay, our first stop is Habitat for Humanity Restore, and as y'all know, I have been having really good luck here for a while. So this will be our first one, and I just remembered we actually have 3 stores that I missed today. So let's go see what we can find. Their 25-cent bins are very, very full today, so this might take me a little while. Okay, well, I found a few clothes. I probably missed some, but those little bins were so deep I couldn't get to them all. And I'll show you in a minute, but let's see if they got any frames. As y'all know, frames have been hot sellers for me. I like these big chunky wood ones, and they're only $2 a piece. Here's another really great one. I love the shape on that. You don't really see that oval shape often. It looks like it could be mid-century, and I'm thinking it might be teak. It says it's made in Thailand. $4 is a little higher than I would want to spend, but I think I can still have my margins in that. Here's a pretty still life. I don't know what you would call this, but it's got the old green felt. It's definitely a print, but it's like stretched over. I think it's very dirty, but I think cleaned up and framed, that could be really pretty. And it's only $1. A little too rustic for me, but those are cute. Okay, those might be the most adorable little lamps. Look at the little kids praying. These are very interesting. And then you have that scary doll. Ooh, look what I just found in the kitchen utensil aisle. What a great find. It's only $2. I've sold a few different brass key rings before, and they usually go for a pretty decent amount of money. Definitely gonna grab that. I found these adorable little fish napkin rings, but the paint's chipping pretty bad. I don't know. Is that a deal breaker? And they also have these shell ones in here. It's only $2 for the bag. Interesting. Y'all, I never find jewelry here, and I found quite a few things. I'll have to show you better close-ups when I do a haul. This was a pretty good little cart today. Well, that turned out to be a very good first stop. I got quite a few things there, and I never find jewelry there, so that was exciting to find a few pieces. And I'll show you the clothes too later in the haul, and a few other little things I picked up. They also had some really beautiful furniture, which I don't even need to be looking at furniture right now. In fact, last time at the restore, I bought a dresser that still needs refinishing, which is not going to get done before I leave for Alaska. So I shouldn't even be looking at furniture, but there was a couple really beautiful vanities that they had in there, and they always have really nice furniture in there. So next we're going to go to St. Vinny's. That was the third place I had forgotten about that I haven't been to. Well, I had to turn back around because I was mischarged on all the clothes. She accidentally charged $2 instead of 25 cents a piece, which y'all, I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're buying inventory, it adds up. So, you know, $1.50 for 6 pieces compared to $12 for 6 pieces definitely adds into my profit margins. So anyway, we got it all fixed. But lesson learned, and for everybody out there, always check your receipts, because luckily I didn't get too far down the road and noticed that it was something just didn't sound right for the total, and I looked back at my receipts and found the mischarge. All right, our next stop is St. Vinny's. Let's see, we've got green, blue, and purple tag sales today. Okay, I think I'm gonna start back here in the home section, but it's looking pretty sparse today, which is kind of cute. It's got kind of an interesting color on that side, but it doesn't have any other color anywhere else. It's only $3. Maybe with some food oil. It's pretty solid. I think I'm gonna pass though. Looks like it's got maybe like some water damage. Little white spots all over it. And I don't think I can get those out. So far I'm not finding too much, but I did find this cool box in the back room. It wasn't priced. You basically just price it as you're coming out of there. And he priced it at $5. It's got this funny little old decal on there. I believe that is cedar, and it's in really good condition with all the fiber. Okay, so I found this book that actually would be kind of cool to sell in the store, but they got an $8 price tag on that. I need to look and see what the color tags are. I forgot already. Okay, so blue is half off today, so it would be $4. I know Norman Rockwell is pretty highly collectible. Not sure how collectible the book is, but I think I'm gonna grab that for $4. Yeah, it looks like this book was published in 1972. Definitely an oldie. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna grab that. These older books are so fun. This is from a class of 1969, Vancouver, Washington. I'm not gonna buy it, but they're just fun to flip through. I love seeing all the clothes and hairstyles. Also, that's the year of Woodstock, so I feel like this fashion in here could be really fun. I think these are so cute, but I have one that hasn't sold yet, so I'm not gonna get it. But look how fun the pages are. I feel like we should bring pretty photo albums back and leave them out on tables. Okay, well that was kind of an uneventful stop. There just wasn't much there, which I feel like has been the case at St. Vinny's the last several times I've been there. I think it just gets picked over so much there. It's a popular store here. Well, and it is late in the afternoon too, so that could be part of it. It's like right before closing actually. So, but I did get the box in the book, and then not exciting for y'all, but my husband needed a little file folder, and this was only $1.50, so I picked that up for him. So it is almost 5 o'clock, and the other store that I was trying to make it to today, I believe closes at 5. I'm going to swing by just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure they close at 5. So I think, unfortunately, we might have to cut our day short today. So if they're open, you'll see that. If not, I'll see you back at the house for the haul. Okay, y'all, so it's been a while since I've done a full, like, proper haul. So for those new viewers that don't know me, I'm Chelsey. I own Hidden Gems. I have a vintage store in Harrison, Idaho, along with an antique booth in Coeur d'Alene, and then I sell online. So we have our own website, as well as Etsy is really the main other platform I sell on. You can scan this QR code right here, and that'll take you to all my links, my social medias. So if you want to connect with me there, and see what kind of fun treasures we have. I have done something a little bit different recently, so all new items, pretty much, well, going forward from here on out, because I wanted to give a little bit of an extra perk to those that subscribe on the website. So if you go subscribe for that, you get a 15% discount on your first purchase. But also going forward, all of the items will be about 5% less than what they're priced at on Etsy. So you get a little additional savings there and a little perk. So I only send about 1 to 2 emails per month maximum. And really that's just for our monthly drop, because we have our collections that drop on there every first Friday of the month. So you can go check all that out on there. And I'd love to connect with you on Instagram. So again, just here's the QR code. You can scan that and connect with me there. So let's jump into this haul. So really good luck at the first store. And like I mentioned, I found a ton of jewelry and some fun clothing pieces too. So I'll start with the jewelry. So brooches are really hot items right now, and I sell a ton of vintage jewelry in our store. We sell costume jewelry. I sell a lot of sterling, turquoise, gemstones, you name it. So I picked these 2 brooches up. Again, they're hot sellers. People are putting them on their jackets, their clothes, on their purses, all over the place. But I just thought these were both really fun pieces, and they were only $2 a piece. They don't have any markings, so I'm not sure where they, who made them or when they're from. They look to me to be from the 80s. They could be reproduction to look like 80s style. I'll do a little Google image later just to see if I can learn anything else about them. But I just thought those were fun. I think those would be fun pieces and sell pretty quickly in the shop. And we are actually pretty low on jewelry right now. It's something I've been needing to restock in the store, and really just haven't had a ton of luck finding stuff lately. So I was really excited to find these pieces. Pretty much everything here today, except for one necklace I'll show you here in a minute, is more costume, but fun stuff. So I found these few pairs of earrings here. Straighten that up there. So this is like, is it two-toned? No, so it's just gold tone, but it has this like etched detail. And these are those little clip-on earrings. They do have some wear on the back. You can see it's kind of like tarnished a little bit, but I just thought they were cute and very unique, and I love picking up unique earrings. So I got those. I got these etched, there we go. These little teardrop shaped etched silver tone earrings. These are not sterling, but cute design. They're very lightweight also. And then these were really cool. These are probably my favorite pair. These are definitely better quality, but they are these mixed metal with brass and copper and some sort of silver tone. I'm gonna guess it's not sterling, just probably some sort of like silver wiring in there. But they're solid brass, solid brass on the back. Now these do need a new hook, but that should be easy to find. So I will work on those. And then another mixed metal piece that I got was this cuff. And I thought this one was really cool. It is brass and copper. It's a little cuff you can wear up your arm there. And copper is also, well, brass is still popular. Copper is also getting very popular again. And I've had copper bracelets in the past before, and they sold pretty quickly. And I think I paid $1 for that one. And as y'all know, I mention this all the time, I sell a ton of watches in the store. Out of all of our jewelry, just as far as like type of jewelry, I would say watches are probably our best sellers. Watches and rings, especially the old watches. And it doesn't matter if they're leather or a metal, but just old watches in general always do good. So this one, I just love the simplicity of this one. Just that solid black. It is a leather band, and it's one of those Seiko, S-E-I-K-O quartz face, but it's got the gold detail there. This one was $4. I think I'm gonna actually keep this one for myself because I do not have a black band watch, and I really just love the simplicity. Personally, I love stacking a bunch of different watches too. I think it just just adds like a cool look. So I think that was fun, but yeah, I'll probably hang on to that one for myself. And the last piece I got was this necklace. It's a double strand necklace with all these mixed, I guess you would call these like agates, like different stones. It's got some really, really beautiful colors in there. It's heavy. You can tell this is a really good quality. And I think this is also an older piece. It's got this really beautiful clasp there with kind of like this little filigree silver. And I think they only charged me $2 for that, which is crazy. This is, oh, I'll have to do some comps on this, but I would say this is, I mean, easily a 30, 40, maybe even up to like $60 necklace. You can tell it's really good quality, beautiful stones. One of the things about stones, knowing if they're real or if it's like just a plastic beads, is the temperature. So if you feel the stones and they feel colder, that's pretty much the main indicator that they are natural stones. Okay, and I'm telling y'all, at the Restore, I'm having the best luck this whole year for art. And I really just love this still life. So it's not an original, it's a print, but I love that gold painted detail. It is extremely grimy. It needs a good cleaning, but I think once it's all cleaned up, that's gonna look really cute in a frame. It might be a little bit hard to find this exact shape of a frame, so it might take me a little while. So I don't know, I might sell it as is without a frame, we'll see, but maybe I'll happen to stumble one that's the perfect size. But it has the green felt on the back. It is signed right here. I'll have to clean it up and see if I can learn anything else about that. It does say it was made in the USA, and it was made, let's see, copyright 1959. So this is an oldie, and it says Donald Art Co. So I'll have to look up some information about that, but that's a cool old piece. I was excited to find that one, and I wanna say this one was also $1. I've been picking a lot of nautical stuff up lately. I don't know if Andy and some other resellers are rubbing off on me, and now I'm just like seeing it and drawn to it more. I've also been to the coast a few times this year. In fact, so I've gone to Oregon a couple times this year, and then I actually just got back last night, or I should say this morning at like 1 o'clock in the morning. I did a very quick last minute trip to Texas to see my best friend for her 40th birthday, and we went to Galveston and had an amazing weekend. So maybe I've got the beach and the coast on my brain. But I went ahead and picked up all those napkin rings. The paint is a little bit chippy, but I did not care. I think that just kind of adds to the old character and that weathered coastal look. I think this would be so cute, like in a little beach house, or if you're having like a little nautical dinner party or an occasion, like a wedding shower. I don't know. They're so cute. There's 1, 2, 3, there's 6 different fish, and they're painted all differently. So I thought those were adorable. So also in that bag was this set of 6 shell napkin rings. And I've been picking up quite a few napkin rings. If y'all watched my videos for a while, you've probably seen that. I've picked up a lot of brass ones, just some different ornate ones and unique ones that I see. I usually grab those. So that just kind of fits right in with the nautical theme, and there's a full set there. And both of these sets for the whole bag was only $2. And continuing with the nautical theme, I don't think y'all saw me grab this one, but it's this little clay dish. It's painted clay, and it's got fish in it. And I guess those are maybe koi fish, I'm not sure, but I thought that was a cool design. It's nice and deep. I do think it is just for decorative purposes only. There is a tag on the back, which is pretty faded and you can't read it, but I do see something that's, I do see the part that says for decorative, so don't eat out of that one. But I just thought the colors on that were pretty. Again, with the coastal theme, that could be really cute in a beach house. I paid $3 for this one, so I'll probably put this one online. Definitely, oh, another thing about online, make sure you're following my Etsy shop, because usually I'm uploading new listings there. I try to do daily, at least weekly, but if you're following the shop, you'll get notified whenever I upload new listings. Whereas on the website, the whole monthly collection, it drops all at one time. So you're gonna see things on Etsy first. So be sure you're following both places. So I just wanted to mention that to you. And then here is another look at that brass little key holder. I thought this was a super cute one. So I've sold a couple of these in my vintage booth before, and I think I've priced them anywhere from around maybe like 18 to 25 somewhere in the booth. I've never listed one online. I'll have to look up the comps for this one, but it'd probably be somewhere in that price range, and I paid $2 for that. So definitely good margins on that, and these are really quick sellers. And guys, I'm gonna keep riding this wave. I am still picking up a lot of frames, wood frames, brass frames, silver frames. I try to look for anything unique, but also even just like the very simple gold frames are very quick sellers for me in my vintage booth. So I love the shape on that one and the different wood detail on that. I paid up a little bit, it was $4, but I've still got my margins that I need for that. So I grabbed that one, and I really just, these are, get them out here. These are pretty simple, but I love how wide and chunky the wood is on these. I'll probably still, even though they are the same, I could sell them as a pair, but I'll probably just go ahead and price them individually. So most likely all these frames will go probably to my vintage booth in Coeur d'Alene. And then y'all saw me grab the Norman Rockwell book. I got that because it was half off. So I got it for $4, and I just feel like this is really collectible stuff and his art. So it's not a very big book, but I thought that was kind of cool. It's an oldie, so I'll bring that one to the shop. And then I just thought this was a really cool box. I love the old brass hardware on there, which is all intact and in really good detail. It's got this funny old graphic here. I just thought that was cute, kind of that 1950s like pinup girl. Very good condition. I'm gonna put some wood oil on that. It's got a few little scuffs and scratches, but that's to be expected with old boxes. Inside is still very good condition. It even has that cedar smell. It's a pretty one. That looks like Western red cedar to me. I'm not 100% sure on that, but that's kind of what it looks like to me on the inside. So I'll probably take this one to the store or to the booth, but it might go online. We'll see. And I'll also mention too, if you don't see anything listed online that you are interested in, you can also send me a message through either Instagram or send me an email. That is the best way to contact me, because sometimes the YouTube comments get, lost, or maybe I can't get to them right away. So the best way is just to send me a private message. But if you're interested in something, let me know and we can definitely work something out. Okay, and lastly, here are the clothes I got. So I got 6 different items, clothing items, and I'm glad I went back. And I know that didn't sound like much, but it was worth turning around because, the difference between a 25-cent price point versus a $2 price point definitely makes a huge difference in my margins. And some of these pieces I might not have even bought if they were $2 versus 25 cents. But I got this fun t-shirt. It's got a cute little tree frog on there. We sell a ton of vintage tees in our store, and frogs are cute. So it says, "Get a grip on nature." I thought that was fun. I don't need this, I don't need this, I don't need this. And then I got this very pretty little cross stitch. It's not, the cross stitch is finished, but it's just on some raw edge material. So I'm thinking about maybe cutting this and either maybe putting it in a frame. I might just sell it as is at the store. I'm not totally sure yet, but it's really beautiful. It's got the flower on there and it is finished. And I just love that. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with that one yet, but I picked that one up for $1, all these for $1 again. And then I grabbed this little vintage. It's probably from the 90s, if I were to guess. But this navy blue blazer, I don't think the camera is doing that justice right now, but it's a very cute fit in the pockets. It's navy with like this black kind of, Baroque almost, or I don't know what you call that, kind of paisley stitching in there. But I thought that was just a nice blazer for fall. And then I got, this is just a cute little long sleeve little floral shirt with the little quarter button up right here. I'll stash this away for spring next year. And then I got 2 pairs of jeans. So these will be going to the store. That's another bestseller for us in the store. We sell a ton of jeans. And especially like the good old vintage jeans. We carry a lot of Levi's. We have all different styles. But I grabbed these. These are a vintage Liz wear, and I just thought the waist and the pockets on those were so cute. They're a little higher waist, and then they just have the single pocket on the booty. So that's a really great score for only 25 cents. And then I also got these jeans. I'm gonna try these on for myself. There's actually no brand on them. There is like a little material tag. They're probably newer, but I like the bottoms of them. They have just like that frayed edge on the bottom, and they're a little bit cropped, and I think those are gonna be cute on, and they looks like they're gonna fit me, so I'm gonna try those on. If they don't fit me, I'll just take them to the shop. Okay, well that's all I have to show y'all for today. I'm gonna try to maybe get hopefully one more thrifting video or some video before I leave for Alaska, but by the time you're seeing this video, I will already be there. But if I can't get another video out, you're not gonna see me for a few weeks, probably about a month. So I try to film some content ahead of time, but whenever I get back, definitely count on a really fun Alaska video. I'm gonna definitely do some content while I'm up there, and it'll just kind of probably be like a day in the life, or just kind of like an overview. I don't even know. I don't know what to expect. I'm just going into this whole experience very open. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, go watch a few videos back where I made the announcement and tell you all about this upcoming trip. So thanks for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one, either soon or in a month. Bye.